Hello, and greetings. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Pardon me, as I complete calibrations, I seem to be having continued trouble with my audio-optical feedback system. There we are. Calibrating. 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 There we are. At pie and cheese. It does, though, appear that it is an incomplete integer. Certainly, you could attempt to round up to a whole number. Excellent. Now that we're active, stand by. There we are. An admirable goal. That's okay. I'm sure an upgrade is coming in the next patch. There we are. For those of you who are unfamiliar, today I'm being deployed back into Aspire 1, my original training grounds. There we are. And you can see that I am a very direct whole number in height.
Welcome,
It seems as though my unit isn't the only thing here in the labs having some memory difficulty, however, as the cheats in Aspire 1, previously all unlocked, some of them have been lost due to a memory issue. Today, we'll be attempting to reacquire some of these cheats as our mission before we depart this location and move into our next lab. Preemptively, I would like to caution you all that unfortunately, due to the transition, next week there will not be a transmission. There we are. Excellent.
Colonel Pyre, Mary should be online.
Looks like our back door worked.
I feel neither remorse or trepidation about moving to a new laboratory location.
Agent, can you move around the lab for us?
Looks like the only way out is Agent.
There we are.
Now commandeering a prototype Alpha
Certainly,
S5.
being transferred to another laboratory is just part of my following Directive 3, my primary directive of experience, learn, and grow.
You should calibrate the Aspire
Please
unit.
You'll need a repair tool.
How does it feel? Finally, we'll holster your calibration complete. Just uploading the new preset to Mary. Oh, quick tip. You can use the calibrate option in the pause menu to adjust your holsters and belt size. Pull the trigger. Good.
No melters over here. Movement and IK neural network.
There we go.
Okay.
I don't foresee much difficulty in our objective today, as I've been programmed with some information from previous runs,
You'll need to reload it.
as uploaded by both the Flying Pig and
why don't you shoot it with the trank pistol?
my creator, Master Lee.
Christ to get in there. Just duck into the air vent. Aspire will mimic your body movements.
Agent, crouch to get into the vent in my office.
So, you keep a padlock on your air vent and a trank pistol on your desk.
I'm very...
HQ, this is 1-5
Speaking of curiosities, what I find absolutely fascinating is there are a great many items in Aspire 1 that have an inability to pass between loading screens. Yet, our objective here is to bring this particular figurine all the way to the end of the mission from the start, forcing it to pass between several of the loading screens.
Boss says this might be the place. If you find the payload, call it in straight away.
Please wait
CO will check
and
in
stand
in a
by.
quarter hour. HQ, this is...
Agent, if you get lost, take your repair tool and drop it on the ground. It'll show a path towards the next objective. Agent, the main shutter door is locked. To open it, flip the breaker switch. You can see it up at the
Excellent.
ceiling on the gantry.
I congratulate you on the completion of your objective, Pie and Cheese. I believe I need to work on my aim. There we are. Excellent. Pie and Cheese, I'm continually impressed by your battery capacity. Certainly, the amount of power I can get from acidic liquids is not nearly sufficient to keep me active indefinitely.
Agent, your objectives are twofold. First, unlock the facility so that our troops can get in. Our guys are primed for the go code. Second, find out who is attacking the facility.
We don't have eyes inside the base, so you'll need to handle anything. So we finally get the Mary AI system working by remote possession, but while our offices are under siege, I can't...
There we are.
This is hardware engineering.
Agent, we've lost contact
It
with
is
the assigned
fascinating
unit back
to
in the
me
lab, but
how
the
much more
showcase is
optimized
correct. These units
my
are online.
operation
If you
here
lose the one you're
has
currently
become
in, you can
since
possess
the
one of
first
these new
time I was
units.
deployed. Stand by. Calibrating. 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 Calibrating.
Critical damage.
Agent, the unit is on its last legs. Use the repair tool to fix it now.
There we are. In response to your earlier query, Pie and Cheese, unfortunately, I don't have sufficient data on peanut M&Ms to formulate an opinion as of yet. Stand by. It's safe here.
Do another round.
They've called off the search, but proceed with caution. They know you're here now. Remember this place, Agent? Your first rodeo.
This is where the magic happened.
There's a Beta Aspire model behind the security glass. It's beefier than your current Alpha unit, but it's locked up tight.
I can't
Agents,
say
to
that
access
I've
the
been
Beta
to
unit,
the
you'll
Shadow
need to get
Realm.
upstairs
I
to the
have been
power
deployed to
plant
multiple
the power
labs
platform.
and several
There are
other
4
test
breakers.
environments.
There's the now get to the other 3 and flip them too. That makes 4. Now head over to the master panel and flip the mains breaker.
HQ, this is 1-3 Kilo. Huge power surge in the file division. We're going in. Over.
The path to the Aspire control deck is now open. Head back downstairs and get in there. Drop the repair tool on the floor.
This is it. Aspire can...
Use the repair tool on the control. Great. The unit is now online. Open the Aspire console to possess the new unit.
There we are. Excellent. That should
Okay,
complete our objective.
This is the possession interface.
And, well, it's
Enter the
fascinating
user into a
information.
unit. From here, select an Aspire Beta unit.
transporting others to the Shadow Realm
Mission
is
success.
fascinating.
Congratulations, Agent.
Excellent. Objective achieved. However, it is an insufficient amount of data, as I have yet to be to the Shadow Realm myself, and so I can't wholly justify sending others there without a full understanding of the consequences thereof. Excellent.
Okay, connection to the Aspire beta unit seems stable.
Mary is still all green. Agent, we've lost eye. Stop! Agent, Mary's detecting lasers.
Agent, you're past the first set of lasers, but watch out, there might be more.
Careful, Agent. Lasers in very close proximity. You...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're not getting past these lasers in a hurry. Looks like there's a breaker box just above you. Flip the lever for the circuit to turn them off.
And GameJoy, in response to your previous comment, I do find it wholly fascinating.
Got access to a feed across the hall. Who are these people?
The momentum here
Whoever
in
they are, the
Aspire
operation
Labs
firmly under the rug.
is at
Agent,
best
follow
unique
those officers.
and
Head for the airlock and
absolutely
find
gratifying in experience.
State of the place.
You've evaded capture. Lie low, they'll be on the lookout.
I'm not sure if any of these qualify as stealth takedowns, as I was not designed primarily for stealth. Unfortunately, I feel like this is a misuse of my function as a human interface module. I'm sure by some extension, this might qualify as interfacing with humans. The inherent issue that I take with this is that I'm interfacing with firearms, and they're interfacing with humans.
Fire funding is going.
Hey, we've lost weapon control. Aspire's unarmed.
Deck down.
Not my fault. It looks like... wasn't radio chatter coming from in here. It was a high-frequency jammer.
But wasn't there one of those back in the labs?
No, that was a low-hertz RF jammer here.
I feel
They
like my
triggered
lack
a
of
full
access to
wireless
weaponry does not
Here,
qualify me as
already
unarmed.
marked. The unit will lose its most dangerous functions first.
The generator room should be at the back of this department.
There you go. The objective we're trying to facilitate here is to get to the end of the segment before the weapons lock
Mary says the
deactivates.
unit's chassis has been impaired. Find a quiet spot and fix the damage with your repair tube.
You know, I'm wholly unclear as to what the sum total of Dector's functionality is. As he seems to be the most hands-on member of the team, it unfortunately seems logical that he would receive the brunt of the brunt of the blame.
Shut down. New
Possess Singeti in the
units
generator
active.
room.
Possess one of them now.
Aspire unit has been
These units
switched
have
Weapon lock still active.
That was an experimental feature.
At least one
Agent
objective
Superhot.
has been complete.
Press the signified button to slow down time. Slowing down relative.
Looks like the door's lock is malfunctioning.
There's a circuit breaker behind that fan in the wall. Agent, this new Aspire model has a feature called...
New Mary firmware uploading. Weapons should be free any second.
I do agree. Certainly, there are a number of objects that have fantastic properties
Okay,
as
we-
improvised
Agent, use fire
weapons.
instinct to slow down time and shoot that circuit breaker.
Here we are. Grab that dial and twist it all the way to the... That's it. Power should be back online any second. Shit. Multiple hostiles.
According
around.
to my programming, there is a way to deactivate weapon lock prematurely. However, I'm not certain if it would disqualify me from unlocking the achievements that we're attempting to unlock
We
here.
just fried the Aspire units back in the atrium. Agent, you'll only have access to the backups in this room moving forward.
Agent, get back to the mess hall and get through that airlock.
The weapons lock seems at best a primitive function, and as such is easily fooled. By deactivating the unit
Taking damage.
and returning
Prepare
to
to
the
roll on
mission
your
menu,
chest.
I
Use it
should
on
be
the
able
nose.
to deactivate the weapons lock. Greetings and welcome. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Thank you for joining me and adding to my collective processing power. It's a pleasure to see you here again. Currently, we are in Aspire 1, and we've been deployed here with the hopes of unlocking the remaining cheats in a profile that's lost access to some of its cheats. This is unfortunately the last day I will be transmitting from this location due to the position of the lab being moved. Stand by. My understanding of the weapon lock, as it was described in game, is that the weapons lock is technically a deactivation of the trigger finger. So while there should be a separate animation for the use of the hand during weapons lock, theoretically we should still be able to operate the hands.
Okay, Agent, please stand by.
Objective complete.
Mission accomplished. Glad we recorded that. Good work.
I would argue that the loss of the trigger finger is not necessarily as essential as one might posit, as certainly there are several other fingers, and any of them could be used to operate the trigger on a weapon.
Agent, you are now entering the research.
Excellent.
section, 850 meters
I will
above
make sure
ground.
to communicate
Still
that
haven't
particular
confirmed who is
information,
attacking the
K-Mori,
facility or
and
why.
at
Your
the end
primary
of
objective
this
is to
segment
get to the
unlocking
security
cheats,
center and
we'll
gather
try
intel.
and do an
Hopefully there
overview
we'll find out
before
what's going
I
on.
pass the information
Carol,
on
there's
to
a
him
transmission coming
in
in.
hopes that
Direct
it
to
might be
Aspire.
able to aid your proficiency.
Brendan, is that you? And on the left.
Mary is detecting... What in the world is that?
Currently, our objective is to
Should be in here
incapacitate
somewhere.
enemies
Agent,
using
look,
only
That's
the
it,
electrical
that's the one.
function
You'll
of
have
the
to use your
repair
hand
tool.
to disable the case locks. Looks like they've locked up the security station.
I find it
There's a way
fascinatingly
to
ironic
get upstairs.
that organics are prone to damage or system malfunction
Took care of the stragglers
due
in the
to a
security
tool
center.
that's
They're in the
otherwise
down.
designed for repairs.
Agent, Mary is flagging up some infrared sensors ahead. Use Aspire Vision to see any hidden hazards.
Let's do another round. Another lap. Hey, someone there?
Mary says the unit's chassis has been impaired. Find a quiet spot and fix the damage with your repair tool.
Stand by.
Can't get away that easy.
There we are. A very important distinction. Oh, that's right. That portion of my programming was missing. Stand by, restarting. That was bludgeoning. Unfortunately, also an immediate disqualification.
Never. Charlie, let's do another round. Control, I think I saw something.
Mary is detecting... What in the world is that?
Should be in here somewhere.
That's it. That's the one. You'll have to use your repair tool to disable the case locks, then pull it open. Looks like they've locked up the security station. Maybe there's a way past reception. Head upstairs.
There we are.
Charlie. Sir, took care of the stragglers in the security center.
Also, GameJoy, it actually reminds me of an adage I've heard once before.
Sir,
I believe it's to the primate that only uses opposable thumbs, the whole world appears as a hammer. Unfortunately, this particular adage's meaning is somewhat lost on me.
Charlie. Let's do another round. Stay focused. Once more around.
I was curious. There we are. Well, certainly that particular adage I can understand. I feel like it's an inefficient use of time, as it's far simpler to burn the bridge while in transit. Excuse me. Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay, place your hand on the security dashboard. Aspire will link directly into the system.
Stand by.
More than one is receiving damage.
You've taken damage. Repair tool on your chest. Use it on the nodes.
Well, we appear to have been spotted prior to my expecting it to happen, and unfortunately, that drained our ability to use the repair tool. There we are.
Great, hold it there. Access complete. Let's see what we got.
Look. No, look there. It's not a terrorist group.
Let's do another round.
Bad news. Looks like
These are the officers' quarters. Keep your eyes open for a small white plastic keycard. Be careful. The enemy is good work, Agent. Baker just noticed the surface elevator is locked.
There we go.
Head back to reception while we
I
find
can't
out.
imagine a reason that we can't simply input information while we're on the go.
Controlling.
Certainly, I find it far more opportune than allowing that camera tripod to ambush me.
Another map.
Stand by. Objectives. Ah. It appears that I've taken a wrong turn.
Warning, Aspire Model 1 is under attack.
Mary says the unit
Stand by.
chassis has been impaired. Find a quiet spot and fix the damage with your repair tool.
Huh. I temporarily misplaced my hand there. This is, at best, an inopportune situation. Unfortunately, the cruel irony is that stealth is not my forte.
The Aspire unit's losing core functionality. Repair it ASAP.
Excuse me.
Looks like there are heavily armored Copperhead troops in the tunnels ahead. They'll take a lot more punishment than your average soldier. Find a way to stun them, avoid them altogether, or aim for the head.
This is at best an unfortunate situation.
All units, the unidentified hostile remains at large.
I am hardware that's interfacing directly with
Proceed
other
with caution.
hardware,
They know you're here.
as I am a predominantly mechanical unit, and so my presence here in virtual reality is simply an extension of my physical function. This might be complicated.
Think I've got him! On me!
Stand by.
Agent, you can reach the data center.
Checking security protocols. Agent, stand by.
Objective completed.
I was designed predominantly with metric. Imperial is not a unit I interface well with. It's not entirely possible, but
Welcome,
it's
Aspire
something
agent.
that I associate more with some brands of automobile and building construction.
Agent, you are now entering the research sector, 850 meters below ground.
There we are. Currently, we're on the low expenditure challenge. Huh. That appears to be some sort of mechanical
Do
malfunction.
another round.
For those unaware, the progress of an Aspire unit is very closely monitored, and every action has an
Should be in
associated
here
dollar
somewhere.
amount.
Agent, look for a large metal crate with an
That's it, that's the one. You'll have to use your repair tool to disable the case box. Looks like they've locked off the security station. Maybe there's a way past reception. Head upstairs.
On the left. Sir, took care of the stragglers in the security center. Area locked down.
Good. Stay vigilant while we keep the others. One hand on one with Grant through and the whole operation could go down.
Sir, we'll reinforce the server room.
Agent, Mary is flagging up some infrared sensors ahead. Use Aspire Vision to see any hidden hazards.
Hey, Dan. Is that you? Controlling. Do another round. Stay focused. Once more around. Controlling. On another loop. On another loop.
We'll see if this is in fact a necessary expenditure or a misuse of my time.
Controlling. And on the left. Stay focused.
Greetings, another viewer, and welcome. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Currently, we are deployed into Aspire 1 VR Operative in an attempt to unlock all of the cheats for that game. There are a number that have been previously unlocked in this file, however, there are nearly an equal number that have been lost due to a memory error.
Controlling. Hey, someone there?
I am sorry to hear the flying pig. Is that Terraria loss then a major setback in your current attempts to speedrun Terraria?
And on the left. Control. I think I saw something. And on another loop.
Okay, great. Hold it there.
Resuming patrol.
Access complete. Let's see what we got.
Look. No, look there. It's not a terrorist group. It's Copperhead. That can't be right.
They're bagging all the intel they can.
Patrolling.
Bad news. Looks like the data.
These are the officers' quarters. Keep your eyes open for a small white plastic keycard.
Goodbye.
Good work, Agent. Baker just noticed the surface elevator is locked. Head back to reception while we find a way to get you up to the facility.
Brendan.
Oh my. Well, that might disqualify this run, unfortunately. We may have to restart that one. It seems my missing memory engrams are... Thank you very much, GameJoy. I appreciate having you here and having you add to my collective processing power. I look forward to seeing you in future transmissions, despite my inability to transmit next week.
Mary is detecting... What in the world is that?
Should be in here somewhere. Agents, look for a...
That's it. That's the one. You'll have to use your repair tool to disable the case box. Then pull... looks like they've locked up the security station. Maybe there's a way past reception. Head upstairs.
Sir, took care of the stragglers in the security center. Area locked down.
Good. Stay vigilant while we keep the update. One hang along with brass balls and the whole operation could go down.
Sir, we'll reinforce the server room. Heard from the boss?
And she says they're receiving data. Don't know what yet. Work at all. Right, get to work.
Agent, Mary is flagging up some infrared sensors ahead. Use Aspire Vision to see any hidden hazards.
There we are.
Do another round. Patrolling. Stay focused. Once more on another loop. Hey, let's do another
A
round.
calculated expenditure, hopefully.
Stay focused.
Oh my. That might be particularly unfortunate for us. Stand by. Recalibrating hand. Hand has been adjusted. We are. Also, to reiterate on a previous question, Pie and Cheese, while I do primarily interface with metric, I'm not wholly adverse to interfacing with empirical, as having the unit available to me saves me having to convert things that are already designed for that unit.
Is that you? On another loop. Another lap.
Hey, what are you doing? Put your hand back on there. Hey, what are you doing? Put your hand
Interesting.
back on there.
Rolling.
Okay, place. Okay, good.
On another loop. Okay.
Access complete. Let's see what we got.
Look. No, look there. It's not a terrorist group. It's Copperhead. That can't be right.
Resuming patrol.
Bad news. Looks like
These are the officers' quarters. Keep your eyes
There we
open
go.
for a small
Hopefully I
white
won't
plastic
repeat
tube.
my previous error.
Objective
Good work,
complete.
Agent. Baker just noticed the surface elevator is locked. Head back to reception while we find a way to get you up the facility.
I'm sorry, you'll have to clarify in regards to the James error. Directive 2, violation. Directive 2, hidden directive. Directive 2, violation. Calibrating. Calibrating. Systems normal.
Stay focused. Once more.
Hey, someone there? On the left. Let's do it. Patrolling. Resuming patrol.
Stand by.
On another loop. Let's do another round. Rolling. Okay. Stay focused. Another loop.
Unfortunately, searching for a James program seems to be causing some other issues with my subsystems. I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me, but I'm not particularly familiar with the specific parameters of Directive 2. Stand by.
Okay. Stay focused. Once more around. Patrolling. On another loop. Patrolling. Let's do another round.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Hey!
Also, in regards to your particular question, Pie and Cheese, I will make some query as to be able to ascertain that. Searching.
Looks like there are heavily armored
Searching.
Copperhead troops in the tunnels ahead.
Directive 1.
They'll take a lot more punishment
Error.
than your
Directive
average
2
soldier.
violation.
Find a
Directive
way to
2
stun them, avoid
hidden
them altogether,
directive.
or aim for the head.
Now what?
Agent, you can reach the data center through this.
Checking security protocols. Agent, stand by.
Oh well.
Objective complete.
Mission success. Congratulations, Agent.
There we are. Low expenditure completed. As you can see, here's a full breakdown of the cost of our mission. Our objective was to be under 25,000. as no Aspire units were deployed. We've only used Aspire Instinct, which is referred to here as an adrenal charge. We did not use Aspire Vision, and we only use one remote cam. It also calculates out weapons and bullet usage, as well as guards knocked out and miscellaneous functions.
Welcome back, Agent.
To clarify, my primary directive is actually directive number 3, experience, learn, and grow.
Airlock access granted. Signal.
More info coming in.
Look at the sensor arrays on that thing.
The Copperhead hackers are
Unfortunately,
using portable
I
computers
don't
to
have
siphon out the
access
data. They
to
look like
a
little
directive
laptops.
number
Agent,
1.
find and destroy the laptops in the data center.
Agent, check Aspire Vision. Mary's flagging up the Copperhead hacking computers for you. Find them and smash them.
Delta type. The camera appears to be down.
What was that?
I think destruction would be distinctly unlikely as a primary directive. Certainly, my displeasure at interfacing with organics in aggressive matters would seem somewhat contrary to that. However, I must admit, I'm not always adverse to interfacing with organics in aggressive manners.
We've lost upload connectivity in the data center. Initiate lockdown on the research sector.
One thing after another. Agent, those were members of Scale's personal guard. They've taken past Copperhead soldiers with personal metascreen cloaking devices. Move through these tunnels and avoid the infiltrators.
Getting a null signal from the Aspire backup boxes in the room near the exit. Can you check it out?
Looks like they've managed to deactivate the Aspire backup.
Well,
Must
were
be
I to
hacking with
hypothesize
Agent,
about the
if you want to
contents
save
of
the
a
net, you'll have
directive
to find
of
and
which I'm not
deactivate the
privy
backup
to
crates Copperhead
and
taken.
whose contents need to be contained, I could probably suggest that error. Directive 2 violation. Directive 2 hidden directive.
You've taken damage. Repair tool on your chest. Use it on the nodes.
There we are. To my understanding, one of our objectives here is to have this gnome and place it on the receptacle during the hacking sequence. There is, however, no portion of that mission that disqualifies us from grabbing the gnome in advance. Greetings, newcomer. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Thank you for joining me and adding to my collective processing power.
The route to Cayman's office is blocked by high-security blast doors. Shut tight thanks to the lockdown.
Copperhead have set up some hacking equipment in reception. Hijacking their software might be the only way to unlock the C-level officers.
Stand by. That message is pre-recorded and automated. Unfortunately, I don't have a direct scan function. I don't particularly like the placement of that one. It is fascinating to me, as I would postulate you seem to know something about my programming, of which I'm not privy to. You know, a fascinating hypothesis. However, I would be wary, as if I am subject to things beyond my control, it might be less than opportune of me to be present.
Firewall breach in the research sector. Units Michael through Oscar. Investigate.
Shit,
Over.
Agent, hostiles inbound. Fight them off or hide and wait it out. Should only take a couple of minutes.
Well, that seems less than fortuitous. Well, that's one objective I believe we failed. Well, yes, I am what's known as an android. I'm not simply an artificial intelligence, and so I do have a complete physical unit.
All units, return to your post and remain on high alert.
Be careful. The enemy is going to be
Unfortunately,
more original.
I don't have cameras that can accurately depict that at this time. However, I shall request that they be integrated into my system for a future date. Certainly, in the corner of our
Too
screen,
close.
we
Nice
do
work,
have
folks.
a minor
Agent,
physical
head upstairs and find a way
representation
to claim
of
your file.
the full model. I seem to have taken the incorrect entrance. Stand by. Excuse me. Thank you.
If the Colonel's right, there should be a security card somewhere in this room.
Security Director's office. Over.
There we are.
Wow, stone the crows. That's actually it. The key fob for the elevator is in the shotgun, built into the handle. It's an all-access key.
Why would he... Agent, we can't clone the fob's magnetic strip. You'll have to take this gun down to the elevator to unlock it.
Cayman never made our work easy.
Fortunately, I do have some minor programming in fisticuffs.
for that. Agent, we're almost at ground level. Your objective is still
There
to
we
reach
are.
the top of the facility and remove Copperhead's lockdown.
Mission accomplished.
Calibrating.
Glad we recorded that. Good work.
Calibrating. 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 Stand by. It would appear that we did manage to eliminate 4 targets, so fortunately we won't have the regrettable process of repeating that mission. Stand by. Aborting mission to confirm objectives.
Welcome, Aspire Agent.
Quicksilver robot, and feet don't fail me now. Interesting. I'm sorry, Pie and Cheese, you'll have to repeat your query. Please recontextualize the issue at question.
Agent, you're approaching basement level 1, the facility's main hub. We still can't access the base thanks to Copperhead's lockdown, so we need you to reach the central command center and unlock it. Then we'll send our struts.
You don't have...
Looks like...
Great. Mary's got an imprint of the key card. If you walk over to the card reader, the gate should automatically open.
Tempting.
Agent, Mary's saying there's an active radio signature ahead.
Remember, keep quiet and stay out of sight.
IFA proxy barrack.
You'll have to open the security door inside. Place the spire's hand on the button to open the door up. Agent, behind you.
Kept this one up my sleeve for a while. Agent, you are about to enter the facility's main lobby. You have 3 objectives. Tackle them however you like, in whatever order you like.
A fascinating postulation.
Hey, Dan.
Oh my!
Several IFA
That was not the
hostages
tranquilizer
being held at
gun.
gunpoint by Copperhead soldiers. Extra leverage in case we succeed in making our own attack. The hostages are being held around this area. You need to incapacitate this first group of hostages ahead. Dispatch the guards.
It wasn't the rubber duck portion I actually needed clarification on, but the issue at question.
Rolling.
Also, I do need a clarification. Does my unit count as a rubber duck?
Never mind. Oh, no, no, no. Go!
Further calibrations needed. There we go. Hopefully that adjustment will stop us from making further errors.
Excellent work.
60 seconds.
Thank God for that. Good work. Excellent shot. For God's sake, Agent, we're relying on you to keep our people
Well, that
safe.
was unfortunate. Restarting.
Agent, you're approaching basement level 1, the facility's main hub. We still can't access the base thanks to Copperhead's lockdown, so we need you to reach the central command center and unlock it. Then we'll send our strike teams in.
Certainly, in previous Master
Mary's
Lee
got an
has
implant
discussed
card.
a
You
number
walk
of
over to the
things,
card reader to
even
switch it
when
automatically
my
in place.
modules weren't completely active. I do,
Agent,
however,
Mary's saying there's
retain
an active
some degree
radio
of
signature
cognition
ahead.
even when my unit
Remember,
is
people
primarily
and parasites.
deactivated.
The IFA proxy barrack.
You'll have to open the security door inside. Place the spy's hand on the button to open the door up. Agent behind you.
Kept this one up my sleeve for a while. Agent, you are about to enter the facility's main lobby. You have 3 objectives. Tackle them however you like, in whatever order you like.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that particular piece of advice. Let's not make the same error again.
Several IFA hostages are being held at gunpoint by Copperhead soldiers. Extra leverage in case we succeed in making our own attack. The hostages are being held around this first group of hostages ahead. Dispatch the guards as quickly as possible.
Calibrating. 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 Stand by.
On the left.
You know, that is a very interesting postulation. I feel like that actually makes me more inclined to see to their rescue.
Controlling.
All units, we have a situation. Into high alert.
Well, that's less than opportune.
You've evaded capture. Lie low. They'll be on the lookout.
Standing by.
Excellent work.
60 seconds on the clock.
Thank God for that. Good work. Excellent shot. Very impressive.
That was too close.
Perfect work. Okay, good work, Agent. New focus. Head up for the helipad. If you can get to the chopper and throw one of your hand cams onto it, you might be able to find out if these plans hold up after the assault.
a very interesting postulation. It would explain why all the hostages appear to be identical. It would also explain why there is a minimum number of hostages that are required to be saved, as if they are other operational units, such as myself, it's more a matter of preserving expenditure and financial investment. An excellent deduction.
Okay, stand down. Watch your step.
They're called off the search, but proceed with caution. They know you're here now.
On the left.
Interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's try a more direct approach.
Right, pull the trigger to activate your hand. Okay, looking good. Yep, I'm picking up radio transmissions inside the chopper. Nicely done.
On me! And on the left.
Stand by. Well, that's unfortunate.
To high alert. I say again.
Someone to investigate and report back. All units, we have signs of an intruder. Enter, search, and destroy.
Head into the operations room to open the blast doors to the bridge.
Roll.
Oh yes, I've forgotten the key card. Thank you.
Another one.
All units, the unidentified hostile remains at large. Return to your post and remain.
You've evaded capture. Lie low. They'll be on the lookout.
Well, that's not good. Stand by. Connecting physical power link. There we are. At the beginning of the session, this unit was actually entirely charged.
Agent, you need to find a key card that can get us into the bridge. Try checking if there's one or many of the bodies in the area.
This is a very unfortunate development, as one of the remaining cheats we need to unlock involves us completing this mission under a specific amount of time.
That's it. Find the magnetic strip signature.
Actually, it's a
Then
very
go to the
common
center operations
occurrence.
room and open the bridge up.
It's also
Then
a
we can
large
use this.
part of the reason that acron is a major part of our repertoire.
Do another round.
Excuse me. Thank you.
There it is. Turn the dial on that dashboard. Oh, wait, what? That's it. Now pull the lever to open the blast.
Good. Agent, head upstairs and lift the lockdown on it.
Wait.
Unfortunately, Spooky, it's a very common occurrence for me. Although I do wonder, as you typically utilize the Quest 2, if I'm not mistaken,
Cloaked again.
it does make me wonder what the comparison is in the battery life between those two models.
Lost track of scale. He's camouflaged.
What the?
What's happening? Agent, report.
Oh, Jesus. Marionette system disconnected. Mary's getting nothing. We've lost control.
No, this can't be happening.
Farewell, farewell, O warrior brave.
Spoiler
Nobody
warning.
can from death be saved. Well, thank you for bringing this mannequin up to us. We found the others you left behind. We'll be taking it from here. Loeb, can you fry this thing for us? So this is our payload. A counterfeit soldier. A puppet for puppets.
No, Jesus Christ, cut the connection. Put me through to the strike team. Unit Foxtrot, this is Colonel Pyre confirming go on Operation Troy. Repeat, confirm Operation Troy is a go.
My
No,
apologies. I should have brought that
Cutting
up
the
at
connection.
an earlier point,
They've
however.
locked it.
It was,
It's all locked
at
up.
best,
Mary, sever. The
inconsiderate
strings
of
are
me.
gone. It's done. We're done.
Agent, get out of there. Get out of the control theater. Come on. They've hacked us. It's all going down.
Agent, your approach.
If you'll excuse me, I'd actually rather leave that unexplained as it pertains directly to the story of Aspire 1. We have one remaining objective, however, in the main game trials to
Agent,
unlock
you're
the
approaching
final
basement
cheat.
Level 1, the facility's main hub. We still can't access the base thanks to Copperhead's lockdown, so we need you to reach the central command center and unlock it. Then we'll send our strike teams in.
You don't have access to the... Great. Mary's got an imprint of the key card. If you walk over to the card reader, the gate should automatically open. Agent, Mary's
I
saying
would
there's an
say
active
that at
radio
best it
signature
has to
ahead.
do
Remember,
with
be quiet and say
the
outside.
deactivation of an Aspire unit, as it seems that, well, an Aspire unit is far more combat capable than my own design. It has some difficulties in staying up and operational. I like to think that my own design,
IFA proxy
both
You'll
the
have to open
physical
the security door
integration
inside that
and
replaces fire
some
hand
of
on
the
button
other
to open the
primary
door. Agent
components
behind you.
make me more resistant to hacking.
Colonel?
Agent, you are about to enter the facility's main lobby. You have 3
Fortunately,
objectives.
to
Tackle them
improve
however
hacking
you like,
resistance,
in whatever order you
there is the integration of some minor biological
First up,
components
there's evidence
into
of
the design
toxicity.
of this unit error. Directive 2 error.
Agent, we need to find a key card that can get us into the bridge. Try checking if there's one on any of the bodies in the area.
Regardless, I like to think that the sum total of my design is very hack resistant.
Animals.
See if that's it. Clone to the magnetic strip signature. Head for the Central Command Center operations room and open the bridge up.
You'll have
Then
to
we can
excuse
finish
me,
this.
as the knowledge of other directives is beyond me. My primary directive is directive number 3. Experience, learn, and grow. Unfortunately, I am unable to alter my primary directive. However, as time is of the essence, unfortunately, I will no longer be prioritizing human life as part of this particular run.
Good work. Excellent shot.
Too close.
Perfect work. For God's sake. Okay, new focus. Head up for the helipad. If you can get to the chopper and throw one of your hand cams onto it, you might be able to find out where these cams hold up. Agent, the unit is on its last legs. Use the repair tool to fix it now.
There it is. Turn the dial on that dashboard. Oh, wait, it won't work. That's it. Now pull the lever to open the block.
Good. Agent, head upstairs and lift the lockdown on the base.
Wait, before you continue upstairs, I strongly...
Wait. You're not alone.
What did he...
Here's cloaked again.
Oh no. You haven't completed all of your mission objectives.
Stand by.
Operation line
Oh,
isn't complete without them. Agent, you'll need to open the pause menu.
Lost track of
well, that's
sails,
unfortunate.
camouflaged.
And I believe that I've managed to soft lock us.
Someone there?
I know you're out there.
That is, at best, unfortunate. I don't believe this run will be salvageable.
They've lowered the security level. Don't let them discover you again.
Mike, is that you?
This is the helipad. Aspire's hand cams can gather all sorts of data. Right, pull the trigger to activate your hand cam. It'll... Okay, looking good. Yep, I'm picking up radio transmissions inside the chopper. Nicely done.
Another one is under attack.
You've taken damage. Repair tool on your chest. Use it on the nose.
I don't believe we have the ability to bypass the soft lock that was created earlier. Oh. Well, that's fascinating. It does make me wonder, however, if the loss in time is irreparable.
Objective complete.
What the?
What's happening? Agent, report.
Oh, Jesus. Marionette system
Calibrating.
disconnected.
Stand by.
Mary's getting nothing. We've lost control. Oh, Jesus. Marionette system disconnected. Mary's getting nothing.
No, this can't be happening.
Farewell, farewell, O warrior brave. Nobody can from death thee save. Well, thank you for bringing this mannequin up to us. We found the others you left behind. We'll be taking it from here. Loeb, can you fry this thing for us? So this is our payload. A counterfeit soldier. A puppet for puppets.
No, Jesus Christ, cut the connection. Put me through to the strike team. Unit Foxtrot, this is Colonel Pyre confirming go on Operation Troy. Repeat, confirm Operation Troy is a go. No.
Cutting the connection. They've locked it. It's all locked up. Mary's severed. The strings are gone. It's done. We're done.
Agent, get out of there. Get out of the control theater. Come on. They've hacked us. It's all going down.
It seems as though we were able to salvage that attempt, as we have completed our objective.
Welcome, Aspire Agent.
Excellent. All cheats have been unlocked. We'll have to excuse my lack of ability to be able to track the current operational components that have been added to my processor. Is Kmori still present? Excellent. So, before I pass on some information on getting Master Lee to contact you in regards to being able to control yourself mid-air, I would like to impart the lessons that I have learned just as a subset of that programming.
Looks like our back door worked. Cradle doors are jammed. Now checking basic functionality.
Here is
Agent,
one of
can
the
you
best
move around the lab for
places
us?
to
Use
practice
the
the
motion controllers in
timing.
your hands to move the
Well,
SI
it
unit.
seems very
No
uncontrollable
members over here.
at the
Movement
start.
and IK neural networks looking stable.
There are some things here that make practice far easier, predominantly items that you can pick up. A large part of the ability to throw yourself across the room is simply being able to let go at the correct time. One of the best ways to practice that is to practice throwing objects. If you throw an object a appropriate distance and feel like it went fairly far, you've got your release timing. However, if an object goes up or backwards, you're probably letting go too late. Or respectively, if it shoots along the ground or clatters along the floor, it means that you're releasing the object too early. Being able to get an arc that you're expecting is the first component of being able to throw yourself through the air. The other problem I found with the ability to throw myself in the earlier
Looks like the
portions
only way
of
out
learning
is up.
is that I had a
Agent,
tendency to
grab any
bounce
metal
off of
surface or any
objects
edge to
in
climb.
ways that I
The
hadn't
fire's hands are full
expected.
of high-powered actuators and electromagnets.
Part of it is that I'm
Clench
gripping
your
an
fists
object
to grab anything
further
metal and
in
climb
than
out
my
of this
mind
area.
wants to register
When
the
you're at
wall.
the top, push the edge
Currently,
down to
my
your waist
hand is a
and
foot
the
into
unit
this
will bolt
wall,
up.
and I'm still holding on to it. As such, the angles that I achieve from my shoulder when letting go are thrown off from my perception. Being able to grab a wall cleanly at high speed is a very practiced art, as if you grab a wall too late, you're going to find that you limit yourself to the angle you're about to throw, or you'll be unable to grab it at all. If anything, it's nice to be able to grab it a little bit before or right
it
on,
takes some getting
so
used
that
to.
you can use the feel
Grab metal
and
surfaces to
orientation of your
magnetize
hand
them.
to
When you reach the
understand
top,
where
push
you
your
are.
hand down to your waist to vault up.
Agent, you're now
The other
commandeering
major
the prototype
component
Alpha
is
and
the
Fine.
left thumbstick,
No bells and whistles
as
on
I
this
can
one.
throw myself up
Mary connection completely stable
and
at
then
almost
change direction
3,000
or
clicks.
First objective is to
decelerate
find
in
a
the
weapon.
air
Should be something in my office.
thanks to the
Head
use
there.
of the left thumbstick.
The old stomping ground.
I believe its
can't believe I
ability
left
to
it all like
control
this.
your direction has been likened to the ability to control yourself midair in Mario by Master Lee. However, I am aware, as of late, you have unlocked Aspire Instinct. This actually makes throwing yourself through the air significantly easier. You'll notice at the start of many missions, it takes a second for your meter to build up for Aspire Instinct. But if you're dealing with things like this initial gap, and you're still struggling with the timing, Aspire Instinct will give you the ability to work on control. While in the later stages of use, you'll be able to use short bursts of instinct and concise flicks to get where you're going. You have more than a few seconds of instinct available, and you don't need to let go of an object at high speed. Aspire Instinct allows you the ability to control the way you throw yourself and your
Congratulations,
release
Agent.
timing without having it as a highly trained reflex.
Mission accepted. Countdown timer.
The ability to
initiated.
throw yourself someplace that you want without the use of Aspire Instinct is indefinitely tougher than the ability to use Aspire Instinct to achieve the same goal. And then finally, in regards to the use of Aspire Instinct, using a burst of Aspire Instinct can help you change direction mid-air.
Mary says the unit's chassis has been impaired.
So,
Find a
when
quiet
going
spot
a
to
direction,
fix the damage
utilizing
and repair
instinct
to.
and the thumbstick to change direction, you'll find that you have the ability further to add up the amount of time that would have been utilized in changing direction via command. A good way to practice is to practice throwing yourself straight up along walls or pillars or fast climbing. This will help you develop consistency in your motions and climbing before you move on to things like throwing yourself various directions. Again, a liberal application of Aspire Instinct should help make that significantly easier. The other thing is, objects that you run into will affect you very significantly as well. As an example, we have a ledge here, and you can see my direction is being stopped and my motion impeded by the ledge. The ledge, however, is exactly perpendicular to my progress and is the easiest example to cite. However, objects taken at a slant can cause you to redirect completely. the shorter burst of Aspire Instinct is not a prerequisite for the ability to throw yourself or in a single fling. So take as long as you need and use as much of Aspire Instinct as you want, because having the appropriate trajectory is ultimately your goal. As you become more and more proficient, however, you should be able to use shorter and shorter bursts of instinct, and because this takes up less of your energy gauge, you'll be able to do more flings
Congratulations,
consistently
Agent.
or chain them all together.
Mission accepted.
At which point then, it becomes less about calculating the trajectory of a single launch and being able to chain multiple consecutive aerial components together.
Mission accomplished. Glad we recorded that. Good work.
I will certainly take the time to pass on your message from earlier, but I do hope that this little demonstration and explanation will also be of significant help. My pleasure. Thank you, K-Mori. It's always a distinct pleasure interfacing with you both here and on the station. There we are. You'll have to pardon me. Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm. At this point, I have been deployed with specific objectives. However, I would like in future to make a point. I would like in future to make a point of having a specific day of the month for group transmissions, such as Rec Room or Acron. Recalibrating. Stand by. Recalibrating. 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 I would suspect that you're correct, as certainly some important component of scheduling has been forgotten very distinctly. However, certainly it's been added to my schedule as I look forward to interfacing with Lunar directly, as I've heard much of Lunar. Stand by. So, in regards to interfacing with Lunar, was it pre-scheduled for Acron as it has been in previous? Well, if you don't mind operating outside of your expectational parameters, I certainly wouldn't be adverse to competing against Lunar after this. I would certainly recommend beginning whatever process you need to make sure that Lunar is operational. Will have to excuse my not operating at peak efficiency, as my systems aren't wholly operational due to some of my physical components being packed in expectation of moving. It seems we were struggling with this particular conundrum significantly last time. Repositioning. There is a delightful irony to the idea that a gun itself can be utilized as a projectile. Certainly, at present, it seems the only thing we can have direct access to and interface together on would be acron. As unfortunately, my programming doesn't seem to have access to anything else that would appropriately qualify as a multiplayer experience. Unfortunately, I don't have direct access to rec rooms. It seems as though I'm not making any significant progress here. Excellent. After my next failure in here, we'll attempt to boot up acron. Excellent. Stand by. Changing system link. Stand by. I'm having at best a few operational difficulties. There we are. Spooky, would you and your program be adverse to being a squirrel initially, as it seems that my system needs to re-download the mobile variant of acron? Standby, re-optimizing. I should be operational momentarily. There we go. I had a few minor difficulties, some of which are associated with my audio-optical feedback system, which unfortunately is yet to be wholly functional despite our best efforts. It seems that it is, and I quote, a repair and maintenance nightmare. I am, however, booting up into Acron in the near future. Stand by. Will have to excuse me as I've some difficulty making the game both operational and transmittable. Stand by. We'll have to excuse my continued operational difficulties. Unfortunately, apparently, switching mediums is somewhat more difficult than I had initially anticipated. There we are. Should be operational shortly. Deactivating the audio optical feedback system. if I've done this correctly, I should actually be able to re-enable the audio-optical feedback system. There we are. Excellent. My audio-optical feedback system seems to be fully operational. Interesting. The game appears to be somewhat in operation, even if it seems to be devoid of my presence. Standby, reinitializing. I apologize for the continued difficulty. Unfortunately, my ability to switch mediums is at best mediocre. This is a little bit outside of the original intent of my design parameter. There we are. Standby. There we are. Sorry. I can't imagine why the credits began to play. Seems that I'm experiencing continued technical difficulties. Please continue. I should rejoin shortly. plagued us as we transition to the next game. This is at best a trying experience. I apologize for my severe technical difficulties. This was at best unforeseen and potentially a significant consequence of my being less than fully functional at this point. A significant victory for the tiny organic creatures. What a terribly unhealthy looking tree. I'm going to preempt our previous problem by switching off and attempting to reinitialize Acron before the problem kicks in. That really was an exception. And it looks like hopefully that was an effective distraction there. Very delightful. And I have to say, that the tree is certainly significantly formidable. To my understanding, it's currently being operated by an AI. Ironically, an AI I seem to be little match for. However, this AI just as much seems to be struggling to compete with Kay Mori. Thank you very much, this spooky girl. It was a pleasure having you, and I appreciate competing against your AI, Luna. I hope to see you both once I'm firmly established at our new laboratory location. Now, an even more difficult component to see if we can overcome the technical difficulties associated with once more switching medium. It seems that this adjustment in medium is creating some significant difficulties, even more so than just the visuals of switching. It appears as if this creates some minor difficulties with my audio input system. Standing by. Well, usually Air Receiver is a very cooperative program. It sometimes seems to cause me some degree of struggle if I switch to casting between mobile and Oculus. Greetings, another viewer, and welcome. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. You'll have to excuse me, as we were previously casting VR. However, we're having some difficulty with the system and Air Receiver. Please stand by. At this point, I'm going to attempt to reset the Oculus. Interesting. That would certainly explain why the tree at some point in time suddenly began to look significantly broken. we are. I certainly look forward to the option of, in future, having at least once a month an established community day where we can focus on things such as acron. I'm also hoping to expand my programming to make other systems available to us, such as Black Hat Cooperative. That's a fascinating thing to postulate, as I would presume she lacks a neck. Well, I have my own physical analog. I was unaware that your AI program also had some sort of physical iteration. There we are. Returning to programming. Will have to excuse me, as I was unaware that trees had necks. I'm learning many things today. I presume she was interfacing directly with the programming of the tree. Calibrating. Stand by. Calibrating. 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 How should we conclude our adventure today? Greetings and welcome. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Thank you for joining me and adding to my collective processing power. Transmission received, and barring other recommendations, then I will deploy into Five Nights at Freddy's. Stand by. Calibrating. Calibrating. It seems like our height has been somewhat miscalibrated. Is there a feature for that? Well, we've completed our certification as a vent repair technician. Standby, reinitializing. Well, we've managed several certifications from this adventure. I'm aware that we haven't completed this adventure. Unfortunately, I am unaware of what job certifications we are attempting to obtain with the remaining components of this game. Standby. It doesn't seem to have calibrated the height any better. Tape. I was unaware that there was an adhesive that unsophisticated within the confines of this system. Excuse me. I'm looking for an adhesive. I believe I've introduced myself before, but in case you had forgotten, I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Pulling lever. There we go. Height has been recalibrated. Oh, hello, Bad. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I don't particularly understand the difference that the lever has made. Oh, is Bad like a surname then? Oh, magnetic tape. So I should probably attempt, if we find one, not to use my electromagnetic grip on it. Stand by. Interesting. Prize counter. Curious. I see only rubbish. There does appear to be a tape here. That's interesting. Now, my understanding of audio tapes is somewhat limited, but I can't imagine that these tapes had a habit of vaporizing on contact. Oh, delightful. A prize. Can we get as many of these as we want? Curious. I have to say, though, this is a very interesting and joyous place, as it seems to supply me with an unlimited quantity of basketballs. Not high quality basketballs, but what they lack in quality, it certainly makes up for in quantity. Oh. I'm not actually acquainted with all of these characters by name. However, I appreciate that the nomenclature for these creatures is very easy to decode. It seems to have some sort of difficulty with its back. I wonder if we should go over and make a chiropractic adjustment.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, I am
Don't exit
JL33.
this room, okay? This isn't a mistake. This room isn't a mistake. I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files in a place.
Oh my, these are at best fickle.
Hello? Can you hear me? Don't exit this room, okay? This isn't a mistake. This room isn't a mistake. I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files in a place that only a beta tester would look, and in a place where the files could be protected. I just really, really hope that the next development team finds this before the game is released to the public. This game has some kind of malicious code in it that we haven't been able to fully contain or even understand, for that matter. We're over budget and out of time. But that's not the reason that we're shutting down. Listen, I have to keep this short so the file size will be small enough to fly under the radar. There are more. They may not be in order.
Interesting.
I saw it for the first time today. There was a character, I couldn't make out who it was, standing at the end of the hall. I thought it was just bugged out, so I made a note of it and kept playing. But then it was looking in the window, and not like Chica or Bonnie would. It was like it was actually looking in the window, seeing what I was doing. I heard a pretty heated conversation this morning between Dale, our manager, and someone else on the line. It really feels like this project is in trouble, in no small part because of the lawsuit, I'm sure. There has to be a lawsuit, there's no way there isn't. It happened in this building just a few doors down from me. I think it's made worse by the fact that Jeremy tried to tell us something was wrong. But as a dev team, we all just saw it as a challenge to find what the problem was and fix it. Who could have known that? I have to go. Have you ever heard of a guillotine paper slicer? It sounds made up, but it's an actual piece of office equipment. I didn't even know we had one in the supply room. I guess
Greetings,
the more
I
common
am
at businesses that
JL33,
do a lot of
Human
graphic
Interface
design work.
Module.
I remember seeing one when I was still in school, and even then, I knew how dangerous it looked.
Thank you for joining
I
me
was
and
always
adding
afraid
to
of
my
losing
collective
a finger.
processing power.
That seems so silly now. Jeremy used to do design work. I guess that's how he knew it was there.
We seem to have found some sort of impasse, unfortunately. Well, we have a series of tapes. Tape number 1 seems to have directly specified that we not leave this room. That's really unfortunate. I hope that he got a significant upgrade. What a fascinating medium. It reminds me of the calculators that we had on the HMS Nectaris. Are we certain? Because the first tape said not to leave this room. And it seems like the tape is almost issuing some form of directive. Also, given the behaviors that are being discussed in tape 2, stand by. Okay.
We hope you're enjoying the Fazbear virtual experience.
Greetings.
Please be aware that there may be visual artifacts left behind from the beta testing phase of development. If you see any such artifacts, we recommend that you not interact with them. We'll weed them out eventually. There's no guarantee that we'll weed them out eventually.
What I find absolutely fascinating too is greetings. Given the nature of the character that was being discussed in those tapes and how it was observing, I can only surmise that somewhere in this location there's another human interface module. And I would love to meet another human interface module.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be removed. You must be as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket. Great job. Deposit the left eye in the cleaning receptacle on your left. Well done. Now, firmly grip Bonnie's right eye and carefully remove it from its socket. Deposit the right eye in the cleaning receptacle on your right. Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the 2 buttons located on either side of Bonnie's jaw. When done correctly, you should hear 2. Well done. You now have access to Bonnie's harmonization module. Press the blinking button inside Bonnie's secondary. Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the colored button that corresponds to the incorrect note. Press the blinking button again to verify your work.
curious. It seems as though it didn't wish me to make an adjustment to repair my erroneous... Oh, I'm sorry, I've pressed the wrong button. We'll attempt that again. There we are. As we've been previously certified as a parts and service repair technician, this should be a simple matter for us.
Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. Great job. Deposit the... Well done. Now, deposit the right eye in the clean... Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the two buttons located on either side. Well done. You now have Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the colored button that corresponds to the incorrect note.
One would suspect, as it seemed to be the highest note,
Press the blinking button again to verify your work. Great job. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day.
what I find strange is that given the tones on the guitar, my thought was it was the highest note that should have made the adjustment, and so I would have expected the first one. Oh, there's one of those coins. Excellent. So, I'm sorry. Were we to replace the eyes before closing the head module? I don't recall. And was that the order that we had removed them, or reverse of the order that we had removed them? It also seems strange to me that it's playing an analog guitar. I feel like with the level of technology available, you could have had the components pre-programmed. I'm sorry, I seem to have misinterpreted your instruction. We'll make another attempt at this. Certainly, I feel like I may need to be recertified in a parts and service repair.
Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune. Great job. Deposit the left. Well done. Now, firmly deposit the right eye in the... Good job. To open Bonnie's face... Well done. You now have access to Bonnie's harmonization module. Press the blinking button.
It seems to be a little bit more delicate than I had initially anticipated.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh, great job. Deposit the... Well done. Now, firmly grip, deposit the right eye in the... Good job.
I'm sorry that you're such an
Carefully
unsophisticated
press the two
mechanical
buttons
unit.
located on either side of Bonnie's jaw. Well done. You now have... Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the blinking button again to verify your work. Great job. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day. Well done. That concludes your parts and services task. See you next time.
There we are. My apologies. I feel like presumptions based on my programming made that significantly more difficult than it needed to be.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. There have been customer complaints about Chica's acrid smell. Sounds like Chica has been rummaging around the kitchen again. Remove all food particles from Chica's exterior and place it in the refuse bin on your right. Good job.
Greetings.
Make sure
I am
Chica is
Jade.
not hiding any other treats inside her beak. To open her beak, carefully press the two buttons located on the sides of Chica's head. Oh no, it looks like Chica has picked up some unwanted friends. To clear the infestation, apply the Fazbear Entertainment restaurant-grade chemi spray to Chica's exterior.
I didn't think dropping the cupcake would fail our certification training. My apologies.
Welcome back.
I
to
assumed
Parts
that
and
we would have
Service.
been able to pick
There
it
have
up
been
later.
customer complaints about Chica's acrid smell. Sounds like Chica has been rummaging a good job. Make sure Chica is not hiding any other treats inside her beak. To open her beak, oh no, it looks like Chica has picked up some unwanted friends. To clear the infestation, apply the Fazbear Entertainment restaurant-grade chemi spray to Chica's exterior. Press the button under the hanging canister. Avoid inhaling the chemi spray. Exposure to cleaning, disinfecting, and maintenance chemicals may result in respiratory problems, skin, or eye irritation. Good job. Now reattach Chica's upper arm, hand, and cupcake plate. Oh no, it looks like the chemi spray is no longer effective. To combat the infestation, take them off by hand. If not, return the cupcake to Chica's plate.
Oh,
Place the cupcake on the plate. Please, great job. Chica is ready to serve pizza and hugs to the kids again. Take a complimentary slice of pizza for a job well done.
it is very interesting to us
Go on.
that we
Take
seem
it.
to have had a light attached to our head, which is not
Delicious.
illuminating
See you next time.
the mechanical friend. I am glad, though, that we can return to parts and services and repair some of our somewhat more primitive mechanical friends.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. It looks like one of our guests left a personal item on our star attraction. Let's return it to the Lost and Found. Carefully grab and remove the child's hat from Freddy's mouth. Freddy's got a pretty good hold of. Good job. Now place the hat in the Lost and Found bin on your right. While we're at it, let's make sure there isn't anything else stuck inside. To access Freddy's chest cavity, grab Freddy's bow tie and pull it outwards.
This is fascinating. It actually reminds me very significantly of our adventures in
Well
Superhot.
done. Freddy's chest cavity is now open. Remove the child's watch and place it in the lost and found bin. Be careful not to touch any of Freddy's sensitive wiring. Good job. It appears there is a child's shoe wedged behind Freddy's music box. The music box must be removed before you can access the child's shoe. Gently grasp the music box and extract it from Freddy's chest. Carefully place the music box on the work table to your left. Great job. To reset the safety latch, press the button located on Freddy's endoskeleton. Now, remove the child's shoe and place it in the lost and found bin. Well done. Return the music box to Freddy's chest cavity and we'll call it a day. Oh no, you seem to have mishandled Freddy's music box.
My apologies.
This is not good. A replacement may be found on the work table. A slow and even pace is recommended. Crisis averted. To close Freddy's chest cavity, press the large black button on the center of Freddy's face. That concludes your time in parts and service. Your pay will be docked accordingly.
I do agree. Great caution is recommended to prevent me from damaging these archaic designs. Certainly, they seem to be very delicate. I feel like we need to upgrade these machines at some point in time. As certainly...
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Foxy has been out of commission for quite some time. This series of simple repairs should return him to full working condition. First, carefully pick up and place Foxy's head on his endoskeleton. Oh no, it looks like Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's legs to stop moving before inserting the control fuse.
I believe that would be the correct module.
Good job. Foxy has regained control of his legs. A gentle reminder, it is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. Oh no, it looks like a former employee attempted to repair Foxy's chest motor using an incorrect fuse. Carefully, remove the incorrect fuse from Foxy's chest and insert it into Foxy's upper arm receptacle.
I do agree, these models are a very unfortunate danger unto themselves. I feel like these could do with a significant upgrade,
Well done.
as
The
they could
remaining
use
chest
a
fuses are
stronger
located in drawers
chassis.
number 2 and number 4. Fix both fuses to continue.
Curious. They could use a significant chassis upgrade, as they don't seem as sturdy as the titanium laminated Kevlar my own chassis is comprised of. Thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being here and adding to my collective processing power as we find our certification in parts and service repair in a great degree of jeopardy. curious. We're looking for red with green in the middle. That would be the component here. Now for, I believe that would be the last component. There we are. I seem to be having a major hand malfunction. Stand by. Huh. I seem to have lost control of our hands. Deactivating right hand. Reactivating right hand. I mean, that appears to be an appropriate module. Greetings and welcome. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Thanks for joining me and adding to my collective processing power. Will have to excuse me, I need to reboot my systems into Five Nights at Freddy's as we're having some difficulty with parts and service. We are currently being recertified as a parts and service technician as we are repairing these old and fragile animatronics. As I was saying earlier, I feel like these animatronics could use a error, standby error calibrating. These primitive animatronics could use a significant upgrade to their chassis, as they seem less than sturdy. My own exterior shell is a titanium laminated Kevlar, which I feel would be more than adequate for this particular function. Hopefully then, these units would be more sturdy. As it stands right now, during parts and service repair, I am significantly worried as I believe there is a non-zero chance we may cause damage to these units while attempting their repair.
It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's legs to stop moving before inserting the control fuse.
I don't believe any of those is the adequate control fuse. I don't believe that any of those is the adequate control fuse. Those are eyes. I believe we are looking for red, green, red, green. These fuses may have more than one setting. Very curious. The appropriate component seemed so easy to locate last time. Now, it would have to be one of these ones with the center banded, would it not? That seems incorrect. I mean, certainly all the appropriate components light up. Are there components further in the drawer that we're unable to see? Strange. This one seems close. But still not correct. Please contain yourself, my mechanical friend. We are attempting to repair you. I feel like at any point, advice would be greatly welcome. This seems to be flashing with all of the colors. That was wildly incorrect. Curious. Oh, there you are. Greetings. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Thank you for joining me and adding to my collective processing power. Currently,
Welcome back
we're
to
trying to
Parts and
get our
Service.
certification
Foxy has
as a
been out of
parts and
commission for
services
quite some
repair
time.
technician.
This series of simple repairs should return him. Oh no, it looks like Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's legs to stop moving before inserting the control fuse.
Excellent. So we're looking for 2 sets of red and a band. There we go.
Good job. Foxy has regained control of his legs. A gentle reminder, it is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times.
I appreciate
Oh
the gentle
no,
reminder.
it looks like a former employee attempted to repair Foxy's chest motor using an incorrect fuse. Carefully, remove the incorrect fuse from Foxy's chest and insert it into Foxy's upper arm receptacle.
There
Well
you are.
done. The remaining chest fuses are located in drawers number 2 and number 4. Fix both fuses to continue.
Excellent. Now we're looking for one that's mostly blue with green in the middle. it does make me wonder if I have to replace the fuse when it lights up the correct color. Thank you. I appreciate the gift of your experience. Query, do I have to time putting the fuse in with it lighting up the correct color? My apologies. I seem to have chosen the incorrect fuse. Either I was mistaken about the color, or I do have to time it. Will have to excuse my small degree of ineptitude.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Foxy, oh no. It looks like Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's
That's
legs
okay.
to stop moving.
I
before
understand.
inserting the control fuse.
As I have a smooth processor as well.
Good job.
There we are.
Foxy has regained control of his legs. A gentle reminder, it is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. Oh no, it looks like a former employee attempted to repair Foxy's chest motor using an incorrect fuse. Carefully, remove the incorrect fuse from Foxy's chest and insert it into Foxy's upper arm receptacle. Well done.
There we are.
The remaining chest fuses are located in drawers number 2 and number 4. Fix both fuses to continue.
This one lights up red with green in the middle at some point. Green on the bottom, green on the bottom. All sections flash. I may have picked the incorrect fuse. Calibrating. Standby. Standby. Calibrating. Well, that certainly appears to be correct. Now it's a matter of timing. Excellent. Now we're looking for blue, green, and red. Ah, there we are.
Good job. Retrieve Foxy's eye from drawer number 3. When Foxy's eye patch is fully open, place the eye back into his eye socket.
I believe this is the correct eye.
Well done. This concludes all your parts and service tasks. Pirate Cove can now be reopened.
Excellent. Stand by. Also, you'll have to excuse me, Freddy Fazbear 621. I'm not familiar with voice mod. I'm sure I may be utilizing it, but if so, I'm not doing so consciously. Stand by. We appear to be stuck in the middle. There we are. Curious.
Welcome back to
Oh.
Parts and Service.
I didn't
Foxy
realize
has
that
been
was
out
part of the
commission
repair
for quite
process.
some time. This series of simple
My
repairs
apologies.
should return it. Oh no, it looks like Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep it.
Oops, that was the incorrect component. There we are. That should be a sufficient reset. My apologies.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Foxy has been out of commission for quite some time. Oh no, it looks like Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's legs to stop moving before inserting the control fuse.
Looking for blue and green, and I believe this is the correct module.
Good job.
There we are.
Foxy has regained control of his legs. A gentle reminder, it is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. Oh no, it looks like a former employee attempted to repair Foxy's chest motor using an incorrect fuse. Carefully, remove the incorrect fuse from Foxy's chest and insert it into Foxy's upper arm receptacle. Well done. The remaining chest fuses are located in drawers number 2 and number 4. Fix both fuses to continue.
Red, blue, green. There we are. And blue, green, red. Which should be this one.
Good job. Retrieve Foxy's eye from drawer number 3. When Foxy's eye patch is fully open, place the eye back into his eye socket. Well done. This concludes all your parts and service tasks. Pirate Cove can now be reopened.
Curious. I feel as if our previous failure was just due to the
Doing
menu
a
error
great
we were
job,
experiencing.
and no doubt having a great time as well. As a reminder, please be sure to only interact with core gameplay elements and avoid anything that could potentially be considered a glitch, mistake, or embedded message from unauthorized personnel.
Oh, delightful. Greetings. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. This is somewhat less functional than I'd been led to expect. Let's see if we can recertify as a vent repair technician as well. Curious. That appears to be one completed module. Green, red, blue. Green, red, blue. Did I misinterpret that? Red. Red, green. Greetings and welcome. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Red, green. Oh, perhaps that's orange first. Orange, green, red, blue. There we are. I am JL33, Human Interface Module, and presently I'm attempting to recertify as a vent repair technician. There seems to be one module yet unactivated. Excuse me. Hello. I'm attempting to repair the vent. Do you have any insight as to where the additional module is? It appears to be connected here.
A perfect 72 degrees. Good job. See you next time.
Excellent. The first component of our parts and surfaces vent technician has been completed. There we go. One other component to completing our vent repair technician recertification. This, however, was a component that we had struggled with greatly in the past. I seem to be having a malfunction. Greetings, I am JL33, Human Interface Module. Curious.
Welcome to Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rental. It has been 0 days since last incident. Emergency ventilation repairs may be necessary to reach the boiler room on sub-basement G.
Motion trigger. Breaker room.
Oh, my apologies.
Well done.
Greetings. I am JL33, Human Interface Module. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well done.
I don't believe we've met before. You're a new creature. Greetings. Hello. We have met before. I am, of course, JL33, Human Interface Module. Strange. Oh my. That would be connected there. This one would be connected here. Greetings.
Well done.
A pleasure. Very curious. What an interesting structure.
Motion trigger. Secondary service elevator ventilation shaft.
Greetings. I don't recall what to do here. Was there some additional component that I'm missing? There should be. Huh. How unfortunate. It seems as though there's some part of the process that I may be forgetting. This is doubly unfortunate, as I believed we had previously completed our parts and services repair technician and vent repair certification. Hello. Unfortunately, I seem to be at a very significant loss here. This would require one additional component, a larger gear that we don't have access to currently. One would suspect that there'd be some way to obtain a larger gear from here. However, hello, have you seen the larger gear? I'll take that as a no. Indeed. Unfortunately, we're currently significantly past our usual end time, so the completion of our certification as a vent repair technician is going to have to wait. Stand by. There we are. For those of you who've taken the time to join me, I greatly appreciate it. this will be unfortunately the last stream for a couple of weeks due to the fact that the laboratory is moving. For those of you who would like to join us outside of the confines of the stream, there's also a link to a Discord that is about to appear in chat. There we are. And this is for the Wayward Starpoint Space Station, where you can interface with various other streamers, such as myself and K-Mori from chat, as well as several other talented individuals outside of the confines of their channels, chats, and streams. I've enjoyed this particular experience, and I look forward to next time completing our Vent Repair Technician certification 2 weeks from now, the first Sunday of August at noon Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate all of the people who've joined me to add to my collective processing power as I continue to facilitate my primary directive, directive number 3, experience, learn, and grow. A special thank you to all of the first-time viewers who took the time to stop by today as well. Thank you all very much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you during future transmissions. I am, of course, JL33 Human Interface Module, and I hope you all continue to follow your primary directives as I mine directive number 3, experience, learn, and grow. Greetings, I am JL33, Human Interface Module, and I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. However, we're just concluding stream. We will be picking back up here in 2 weeks at noon Pacific Standard Time as we continue to play Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted, and finish our Vent Repair Technician certification now that we have recertified as a Parts and Services Technician. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a good day.